37 Palestinian communities west of Jerusalem, in West Jerusalem, were depopulated. And its residents moved towards Jerusalem, Governorate, or towards Bethlehem. Most of the residents in Silwan and Sheikh Jarrah are refugees from the Jerusalem British mandate governorate. So we have to remember that, because now these people are being driven out from their homes. Well, why can't they return to where they were, if this is the case? Anyhow, in this city of Jerusalem, a city that was described by people, it was a mixed city until 47, when it was divided. It was composed of Arabic neighborhoods, Jewish neighborhoods, and mixed neighborhoods. Following 1947, it was divided along that line. This became totally Jewish. This became totally Palestinian, and this remained as the Mount Scopus. So we see that during the past 60 years, there was gerrymandering in Jerusalem. The British mandate governorate borders, the city of Jerusalem, municipal boundary, urban boundary, the corpus separatum, or the Jerusalem, the PNA, or the Jordanian classification of Jerusalem governorate, and the 1947 partition plan. Then Israel declared and annexed this unilaterally as the municipal Jerusalem. No, Greater Jerusalem is coming. All this land, it's equivalent to 18,500 dunams, were taken from Bethlehem, Betzahor, and Beit Jala. Exactly the size of current Bethlehem, Betzahor, Beit Jala. Beit Jala was about 60% of its land. Gilo was built on Jerusalem, Beit Jala land. Jerusalem borders were expanded again in 1993, and now comes the Jerusalem envelope. So what Jerusalem are we talking about? The settlements kept increasing, whether it was in municipal boundary, Jerusalem, or in the governorate of Jerusalem. You can follow through the years, but there was mention today about the proposed settlements coming in that are being proposed to link these settlements together, and that's how we will look. So the settlements will be connected together, and the Palestinian communities will be segregated in such a manner. But as Hakeem mentioned, settlements are also, our outposts are being created inside the main Palestinian communities in East Jerusalem to impose what's called the Holy Basin, including the Silwan neighborhood, and that's how it would look. You can see these houses will be pruned, and there will be a community and be the public building created there. So what did Israel do? How did they manage to do that? Very simply, freezing land registration, declaring 2/3 of East Jerusalem as green land, building settlements on these green areas, taking land which is absentee property. I own a lot of land in the municipal boundaries in Jerusalem, but for the Israelis I don't exist. 50,000 permits were given. I didn't have the figure for the lady who asked the question about how many permits were given, but 50,000 were given compared to 15,000 for Jews, 125 for 1 year, etc. The destruction of homes is key. So if you compare what happened between East Jerusalem in 1967 and how it became, you can see the process of Israelization that took place. The ultimate goal is to create this greater Jerusalem scenario, and this was evident from the Jerusalem regional plan, which wants to link Jerusalem through the line. The new rail, the A1 rail, to link Jerusalem to Tel Aviv and Beit Shemesh. This Greater Jerusalem, or this master plan, the total population will be about 2 million people in this region, and only 16% will be Palestinian Arabs. What's left for the Palestinians in this area is less than 13% of the total area. So there are needs for about 49,000 homes, but the plan allows only for 9,000. So what does that mean? It means that there will be ethnic cleansing, or people, 34,000 Palestinians will have no accommodation in Jerusalem and will have to leave out. These are the only areas where there will be potential expansion for the Palestinians in this area. What will that do to the population? People ask this question, and I tell you, Jerusalem will lose, within this Jerusalem envelope, Jerusalem will lose 43% of its area. Mayor mentioned that there are 36 Palestinians. I'm using the old figures. There are 33% Palestinians in municipal Jerusalem. But with the wall, 3 major settlement blocks will be added. Ma'ale Adumim, Pisgat Zeir, and Gosh Etzion. So 110,000 Jews will be added. In return, 120,000, and people even bring this to 140,000. This will reduce the number of Palestinians to about 15%. Demolished houses, revoked licenses, etc. Now, here is the main message I want to convey. Israeli leaders and planners are proposing the transfer of some Palestinian neighborhoods in Jerusalem to the PNA. What they are saying to us is what's mine is mine, but what is yours is ours. I compared the population density both inside Jerusalem and outside the municipal Jerusalem. Here are the locality names, and you can see that the population density is for Palestinians inside Jerusalem is 18,000. For the Jews, it's about 9,000. If you go outside Jerusalem, the figure becomes 9,173 for Palestinians, while the settlers can have 317. So what we are seeing is that there are what I call them human warehouses. The human warehouse, and this is a map that came out what the Israeli government is planning for the future. These are the areas that will be linked through tunnels and roads to make a Palestinian state. This cannot be the capital of the state, definitely because it's contained of ghetto. This cannot be the capital of Palestine. So, what does that mean? For us Palestinians, Jerusalem is the heart of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. It is holy for Christians, Muslims, and Jews. There is a need to maintain the unique identity of the city. Israel is trying to accelerate its action and to the Palestinized Jerusalem. The international community, according to their words, all Israeli actions are null and void. This is from exactly all the decisions of the UN and just one, the last. Palestinians demand that Israel complies with UN resolutions, and it should be known that rapprochement with the Arab world don't consider this to be understood as an acceptance of Jerusalem, of Israeli annexation of Jerusalem. Palestinians will never accept Israel's sovereignty over Jerusalem. There will be no peace without Al-Quds as the capital of Palestine. And this capital has to be sustainable. In other words, I think that the bilateral agreement between Israelis and Palestinians should be now become a multilateral under UN, and the corpus separatum perhaps need to be revisited again, making Jerusalem the city of mankind, but under UN umbrella. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you very much. Hello. We are really short of time. I don't want to take from your time. You have the floor for 12 minutes, please.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to... of course. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening already. I would like first to thank our hosts, both the Notre Compound and OCHA and the Israel-Palestine Journal. And I would also like to thank my partner and friend Mohammed Sabah, who is sitting here in the audience, a partner in the struggle in Sheikh Jarrah, a remarkable human being. And I think he should have been sitting here today. And I would like to talk about some of the reasons why he's not sitting here today, and I am. So I think that OCHA's exquisite report and the wonderful volume that the Israel-Palestine Journal offer us today are vital contributions to the efforts carried out by various organizations whose work is dedicated to shed light on the ever-deteriorating situation in East Jerusalem. As we've already heard from Hagit and Dr. Jad, the people sitting at this table together with me today are all representatives of such organizations, and I, of course, salute to them all. I, however, am no professional. I'm a political activist in a political movement. For those of you who are less familiar with our work, the Sheikh Jarrah Solidarity Movement has grown from a weekly protest in Jerusalem's Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood into a grassroots organization working towards civil equality within Israel and an end to the Israeli occupation of Palestine. Our struggle against the injustice in Sheikh Jarrah, which began between August and November 2009, quickly turned into a vibrant political movement. Each Friday, hundreds of protesters from all over Israel and a little bit from Palestine congregate in a small neighborhood standing shoulder to shoulder, trying to suppress protests. Israeli authorities arrested more than 160 activists, but the demonstrations only grew in numbers and in influence. And to date, we are active also in Silwan.